What should be the Jewish, our response approach, how to deal with these waves of anti-Semitism, of attacks against Jewish people all over the world? We saw Holland. I hear that today a group of Arabs were trying to attack some Jewish people in the Jewish neighborhood. It's all over the place. What should be our response? So first of all, our powerful response is praying to Hashem. So let us say chapter 100 together in Tehillim. So this is our first response. The second one is we are giving charity, we're giving tzedakah, and this way with our prayers and with our tzedakah we invoke God's protection, because ultimately this is the best protection. Al tivtuchu bin divim. Do not rely on humans. Makes no difference who he, she is. But I want to share with you two stories in the Talmud that might shed some light. This is a Gemara in the tractate of Yevamis, where the Gemara discusses what do we do a man who went to sea and the ship broke and we haven't found him. Is the wife still considered married or not? Is she considered a widow? Can she remarry? Can she marry somebody else or not? That's the discussion. And then the Gemara tells the following story. Tanya Amar Rabbi Gamliel. Rabbi Gamliel said, I was in a boat. I was traveling in a boat. And I saw how another boat is breaking up. And I was very concerned about a sage that was on that other boat. And who was it? No one less than Rabbi Akiva himself. But then he says, when I finally arrived at the destination, I saw he was sitting in the yeshiva. He was sitting and learning. We were discussing halachas laws. Says Rabbi Gamliel, I asked Rabbi Akiva, B'ni mi helcha? Who saved you? Who pulled you out of the ocean? Omali, he said, Daf shel sfinen is damen li. A plank from the boat came to me, and I held on to that plank. V'chol gal v'gal shebo olai ninati leroshi. And every wave that came towards me, I bent my head before it, so that the wave should not pull me away. I went kind of under the wave, and that's how eventually I came ashore, and I was saved. But then the Gemara tells another story. Interesting. Rabbi Akiva himself says, I was on a boat. And I saw another boat sinking in the sea. And I was very grieved because Rabbi Meir, and obviously for all the other people, Rabbi Meir was on that boat. But then he says, when I came to Kapotkia, the place where he was studying Torah, he was there and he was learning. So I asked him, B'ni miha olcha, who saved you? So he says the following, Amali, Gal torodani lechaveroi. One wave brought me to the other wave. The waves carried me. And I went with wave to wave, I reached the shore. Till I arrived to dry land. Two approaches. You have waves in an ocean, a dangerous place. So Rabbi Akiva said, bend your head. Go under the wave. And in fact, the Gemara says, from this we learn that if you're facing a situation of wicked people, bend your head till it gets over. Rabbi Meir says, no, ride the waves. Don't bend your head. Use those waves to go further. Obviously, but Rabbi Akiva lived in a time where he wasn't able to do anything. As we know, this story was under the Romans, and then they murdered him, etc., etc. At that time, Rabbi Akiva said, Bend your head. Lower your head. Rabbi Meir, he had another approach. Ride those waves. Don't bend your head. Somehow find a way how to ride those waves, and these waves will carry you further. And the Rebbe tells us, never did I bend my head to anyone else but to God and to godliness. Today, it's not about bending heads. Today, it's not even riding the waves. Today, it's about pushing away those waves. And we can do it because we are the moment of redemption and God is protecting us to be able to achieve it.